The truth about the online coaching bubble. This video is going to be a wild ride. At the point of this recording, I'm running the biggest cycling club in the world, focused on longevity. And I also have to admit that I basically spent over like 100K at this point on like different coaching products and stuff. And most of them, to be totally honest, sucked. And it basically just like was more like a rip-off, so to say. And that's why I just like feel I want to make this video to basically just like save you a lot of time and frustration, because it's actually crazy what's going on in the coaching bubble right now. And to understand all of this, we are going to go through this in stages. So first we're going to go through where it all comes from, which is the make money online bubble. And then we go into what this means for somebody running a fitness business. So us in this instance, or us with Bulletproof Cycling, and also you if you're watching this video. And then finally, I'm going to show you how to work around it, work around the trap, and so to say, we're going to cover the anti-bubble. So how I'm behaving and how you should behave as well to not waste any money, but still grow your business profitably without falling for any of these coaches and guru traps. So let's take it all the way back to the start. So how did this evolve? Actually, it's a movement of people that also they've started way past, or way in the past, which basically just like means, if you look all the way back, there's always has been, people always wanted to make money, and there's also been like the gold rush in the past, and the people actually made the most money were the people selling the shovels. And this also came around at the internet, and selling stuff online was made popular. And then there was like one person just like realized, okay, I can make money. I was just like selling other people how to make money online. And then this entire industry arose where people have been inventing all kind of weird business models, from like social media marketing agency, dropshipping, you know, the stuff. And this just escalated, because what also was really huge is just like this model of teaching other people how to teach other people to make money in some niche with some course or some coaching. And these people were teaching people, and from going through their material, they only knew, okay, I now have to find somebody to teach them how to make money. And a lot of them also ended up in the fitness space, and they then like taught other people with the course how to teach other people how to make money. And this just like goes on and on. And the further down you go here, the less of a clue these people actually have what to do. They have like zero experience, no idea whatsoever how to even operate or how to even do anything. The only thing they basically can do is make bold promises to the world, and then keep nothing. And I think at this point you already had this happen to you, and this might sound really familiar. And this sadly grows exponentially. That's why I've drawn this. So if you look at this, there's more and more gurus in the market, because it just like grows exponentially. Because more and more people sell courses and stuff, and then they only know how to sell people, how to make more, sell other people the dream of making money, and then it just like explodes. And this is just like this exponential, and it's wild. It's absolute craziness, but it's what's going on. Sadly, I just like wanted to, catch you up on that, and now we can dive into what this actually means for you as a fitness business owner. So if you look at it from the bird's eye, these people, and it get more and more people now going after you. So they message you, they DM you, they send you looms. It happened to you, and maybe you already bought, and then you were like disappointed, and you know what I'm talking about. So how this works, they actually charge you money. So I'm just like calling this stealing your cash, because they don't deliver any value, real value. Then it's, in my eyes, it's stealing. And a lot of people scam me and stole from me, just wanting to grow my business. So yeah, I know what I'm talking about. And at the same time, they just like give you false advice, and this like harms you double, which basically just like means, if you look at it from the bird's eye here, if you buy from one of these gurus who have no idea what they're talking about, no clue, then you have less money, because you just invested into their thing, whatever it is. And then they give you false advice, and then you make your business worse. And that's basically just like a cycle, because a lot of people like keep buying multiple things. I also did this in the beginning. And this is like a death trap, because if you're doing this for long enough, you end up with an ugly skull here, which basically just like means you crash your entire business. This doesn't happen to most people. They just like have this experience every now and then. And yeah, it just like harms their growth massively, which is ultimately prevents them from helping more people, which is a terrible thing. So the only thing basically we can do here to prevent this happening is basically just like to equip ourselves against this. And that's what I'm basically going to cover next. So what I mean with anti-bubble. So if we know all of this stuff, and we just know, okay, there's going to be more and more gurus going after us, and it's not going to lead us anywhere. And that's also like the reason why everybody is confused, and because they make all these videos on YouTube and shout from the roofs, this is the best strategy, this is the new stuff. There's no new stuff. Just like the fundamentals over and over. And we have to execute it as fitness business owners, and then we help people and change the world. So, anti-bubble. Only two things we can do actually. So I figured this out the hard way. So first of all, I was like at some point just like sick of all this new strategy and it's just like all the same bullshit. And then we just like started figuring out ourselves, and this takes time, but it gets you to goal reliably, and it also did with us. So what we did, we basically just looked around. We, for our business with Bulletproof Cycling, modeled real world sports, health and fitness clubs, and basically just like looked at their models, their attention tier, their money models, and transitioned everything online to our cycling club. And yeah, it really worked extremely well for us, and it still does. And that's basically how we figured out most of the stuff we do in our business. So it's basically just like, okay, you try something, it goes down, then you figure it out, you go up, and then you go down again. And then that basically just like the cycle repeating. And then you always have phases where just like you say, okay, I don't know it, and then you crack it and you go up to the next level. And that's how we have done it. And what I'm basically doing recently is just like networking with a lot of people who are like in the same space. So for example, if you, let's say you own a cycling coaching business, like we do own a cycling club, then you can just like connect with other people doing the same stuff, so like running or cycling, and just like network with them. So that exchange strategies, look what's working for them, and then we just like model their success. And that's also like a value proposition of a lot of these guys, but you really have to pay attention to this. I'm not talking about somebody who's like full-time business is to teach other people some shit they don't know about. I'm teaching about connecting with people who actually are doing the same stuff you want to do and modeling their success. And we're just like having a networking kind of mastermind style relationship with them. And then you basically can even short track your growth because you get more epiphanies because you also learn from the mistakes from others. But this is still the model, but it became so difficult to actually find people who are real people, who are like real operators and really in the game, because the market is so diluted with these people over here. But it's just like shout from the rooftops. And these people usually are like underground, so that don't make that much content because they're actually busy running their business or they make no content at all. So it took me a while to find people to connect with here, but this makes all the difference for our business and it will do for you as well. And if you are aware of that, so basically only grow a business that way, so basically figure it out yourself, or basically you network with other people who are also doing the same stuff and just like share strategies, it's a perfect flywheel then to get to your goal, grow your business, grow your network. And that's what we actually want. It's just like ignoring all these people over here, and basically just like means starving them out because you already see this happen at this point. If more and more people get aware of this and just like say, no, not interested, and just like they will keep hammering at you. But if we just like ignore it and don't buy, then it gets more difficult for them, and then they quit and hop on the next shiny business model that's taught over here. So let's say like AI agency or whatever. They're going all over there, and then they're basically just like leaving us as fitness business owners alone. And that's basically ultimately the goal. It's never going to go to zero. And that's why I haven't drawn it down there. But if we do it right, a lot of these people are just like end up at the ugly skull and not the fitness business owner who is basically just trying to help people and basically make a difference in this world, so to say. Yeah, so that's the bird's eye. I hope this was helpful for you. I definitely could save a lot of money, and if you take this video to heart, maybe you can also like share it to somebody who needs to hear it. It can save you actually like 6 figures. So I wasted so much money here. So I'm definitely like guilty here because I believed, and people always try to believe in other people because we always try to believe in the good of people, but with this guru stuff, it is not the case. It's just wildness. You know what I'm talking about. Stay careful. Yeah, that's the video.